Hey guys, it's Way here, welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to bring you guys the best 200k team on FIFA 20 in my opinion. Now for those of you who don't know how this series works, I'll go ahead and build 5 teams for a specific budget, try them all out and bring you guys a video on the best one. And of course, as you would expect for the price, this is a very good team. You'll be able to compete and put champions with it and do really well, and I think you guys will definitely enjoy using the squad if you try it out. It's really well balanced, it's quite a meta side with some really good players in there. Now I want you guys to let me know down below in the comments what budget would you like to see next for the next squad builder on my channel. I've already done a 100k team, but I want to do more squads over the next few weeks, so let me know what budget for those squads you want to see down below in the comments. But without further ado, let's go on into it. Now starting off in goal in this 4-3-2-1 formation, I've gone with Perrin from Juventus. You could also use Buffon, or if you have a few more coins you could actually upgrade to Szczesny, who is very good, one of the best keepers I've used by far this year. But Perrin is still very good, he's got some nice stats all across the board, and for about 1,000 coins you're not going to find many better keepers. Now moving on up into the defence, in a left back I've gone with Hakimi from Borussia Dortmund. He received a position change and a really nice upgrade from last year, and his stats are crazy. He's got 92 pace and great attributes both defensively and going forwards. If you like overlapping attacking fullbacks, he is perfect for you, but if you've got a few more coins you could upgrade to Schultz, Roussillon or even Alaba depending on your budget. I've then gone with Sula, one of my favourite defenders on the game. He's like a cheap Virgil van Dijk. He's only around 20 to 25,000 coins, but he's 6'5", he's got 94 strength, making him one of the strongest players on the game, and he's also got decent pace at 72, very good defending at 86, and he's an all-round tank. This is the perfect type of defender on this game, I think. Pace is less important this year. It's all about height, physicality, and just being a good defender and having good stats defensively, because defending is very effective this year. And if you've got players who are naturally good defenders, they win the ball back more often than not, and they're just very hard to get past. And when they're so big, like Sula, it makes them just virtually impossible to get past. If you get anywhere near them, they're going to win the ball back 9 times out of 10. And he's a very similar player to his partner, De Ligt. Again, he's got decent pace, very good defending, very good physical. He's tall, he's very strong as well, and he's good on the ball. This year, pace is much less important, especially for defenders, as it has been in previous years. It's all about physicality, defensive ability and height, and you've got 2 centre-backs who have those attributes in abundance. And completing the defence, in at right back I've gone with Dumfries. This card is just insane. If he was in a better league he would be like 25k, but because of the fact that he plays in the Eredivisie you can get him for under 1,000 coins, and he's got some amazing stats. 87 physical and 80 pace is a crazy combo for a fullback, or for any player on this game really. He's just so strong. He's just a massive physical presence really. He's 6'2" as well. It's like having another centre back similar to someone like Sula, but who is also really quick and good on the ball, good going forwards, and that completes the defence. All round it's just crazy. 2 centre backs who are absolute beasts, and then you've got 2 fullbacks who are very good both defensively and going forwards. Now moving on up into the midfield, in at left centre mid I've gone with GORETZKA, getting the hyperlink into Sula, getting the 2 of them on perfect chemistry, and for me he's kind of like a cheap Hullet this year. He's so well rounded, regardless of where he is on the pitch he's going to be contributing. He gets you goals and assists, he gets back and breaks up the play, he controls the game with his passing. He's just an all-round perfect type of player in your midfield. He doesn't really do anything wrong. If you look at his stats, they're just so well rounded and well balanced. He's also really tall, which is great. You want to have at least one big physical presence in your midfield to win the headers from goal kicks, and he is that type of player. Regardless of where he is, he's going to be really helping your team out, and he's going to be one of the key players in the side for sure. I would definitely recommend trying him out if you haven't already. He is hands down one of my favourite players this year. In the middle of the pitch I've gone with Tanguy and Ndombele. A lot of you guys may have his ones to watch card. I do, from the season objectives, so obviously you can use him in the team there if you've got him. You could also use someone like Sissoko or Pogba depending on your budget, but this card here as it stands is very nice. He's great on the ball, he's got 4-star skills, really good dribbling, good pace as well, and then he's got decent defensive and attacking stats as well. But he's going to be kind of your creative midfielder, the player controlling the tempo of the game with his passing. He can just sit in the midfield, control the ball very nicely. His dribbling and touch is great, and with his passing ability he can create lots of chances for the rest of your team. And then I've gone with Gini Wijnaldum, a very similar player to GORETZKA, another one of those box-to-box midfielders. I don't really like having out-and-out defensive or out-and-out attacking midfielders, especially in a flat midfield like this. I like having box-to-box players, and that's exactly what Wijnaldum is. You can see he's got really nice, well-balanced stats. So again, regardless of where he is, whether he's attacking or defending, he's really going to be contributing a lot to your team. He's just got a nice card around. He's got 4-star skill moves as well. And I find he's a little bit better going forwards than Goretzka just because he's got the 4-star skill moves, which always come in handy, and his dribbling's a little bit better. Goretzka probably contributes a little bit more defensively, but all in all, it's a very, very well-balanced midfield, and that's what this team's all about. It's got a lot of balance. It's the same in the defence, and I think that's really important this year. Having players who can do different jobs in different areas is really going to help you out. Completing the team, we've of course got the front three. In the left forward position, I've gone to the Anthony Martial, one of the most overpowered players in FIFA history. Every single year, he is very, very good, and this year is no different. If you haven't tried him out yet, I really would recommend it. He is amazing yet again. He's very quick. His shooting is unbelievable. He's such a clinical finisher in the penalty area. His passing and dribbling is great as well. He's got 4-star skill moves as always, and he's also got decent physical for a winger. It's rare to find someone with decent strength and also really good pace, and that combo is very, very overpowered because it means if anyone even manages to get close to him with his pace, he can often just shrug them off. He's probably the best player in this team, I'd say. He's going to get you a lot of goals. I find with this formation, your left and right forward tend to get more goals than your striker, and the striker gets a lot of assists. Kind of plays like the Firmino role for Liverpool, where a lot of the goals go to Salah and Mane, and Firmino's the one creating all the chances. It's the same with this formation here, I find. So you'll find players like Martial get into a lot of space and get you a lot of goals. As does Willian, who's got a really nice card this year. He received quite a big downgrade, but his stats are still really nice. He's got 85 pace, 85 dribbling, 80 passing, decent shooting as well, 4-star skill moves, and 4-star weak foot. You can use any Premier League right winger or right forward of your choice. You could, for example, use Inform Mahrez, you could use regular Mahrez, you could use Bernardo Silva, Deulofeu. Obviously, depending on your budget, there are lots and lots of different options. You could even go with someone like Mohamed Salah or Raheem Sterling. You could use the new flashback Walcott as well. But I've gone with Willian. He's about 15k, really, really nice stats, and his dribbling, the good agility and balance he possesses, the skill moves, they all apply very well to the gameplay this year, so he's a really good player. Would definitely recommend trying him out. And then we've got Callum Wilson, my first time using him this year. He is actually really good. He's been upgraded to 4-star skill moves. He's got really good pace, good agility and balance, decent dribbling, good shooting, good physicality as well. He's, like Martial, got that combination of pace and strength, which makes him really hard to stop. And having 4-star skill moves, which I didn't know he had until I started using him, is very, very good because that always allows you to do skills like La Croqueta, for example, and the Berber spin, which are really, really effective. So that completes the front three, and that, of course, completes the team as well. All in all, very, very well balanced. As I've said, you've got a midfield of players who are great both defensively and going forwards in all areas. You've got a defence with 2 centre-backs who are just absolute beasts and pretty good on the ball as well. Both full-backs are good both defensively and going forwards. And then your front three is lethal. The left and right forward, they've both got 4-star skill moves, as does your striker. They've got really good pace, good dribbling, good agility and balance, good passing and shooting too. And as I said, they will get you a lot of goals. Martial was the top scorer in the team, followed by Willian and then Callum Wilson. But I also got quite a few goals from the midfield, especially Wijnaldum. He seemed to get forwards quite a lot. And you can use the team in this 4-3-2-1 formation. That's what I was doing. But you've got a few other options. You could swap this up to a 4-1-2-1-2 second variation, for example, and use Willian at cam, and it would work very well like that. You could use Goretzka as your defensive midfielder, or you could maybe get someone like Sissoko or a more defensive player and use them as your defensive midfielder. You could also play this in a 4-2-3-1, and you could have Goretzka and Ndombele as your CDMs, and then Wijnaldum as your more attacking player. And there are all sorts of other things you could do. I mean, you can use any Premier League striker of your choice. You could go down, for example, and use Teemu Pukki, his Player of the Month card if you've got it. You could use Havertz and Jonathan Tah instead of Goretzka and Sula. You could use De Vrij and Handanovic instead of De Ligt. You could use Roussillon, Schultz, Alaba, all those other left backs. Or you could go a different option. You could maybe go with like Delaney, Akanji, and keep Hakimi there. You could go with someone like Rodri, a Spanish centre mid from the Premier League, and then use Spanish defenders like Ramos, Carvajal, Courtois, that kind of option. So you've got a lot of different routes with this team. This is just a good kind of template. Obviously, you guys may have untradables and things you could incorporate into a team like this to make it even better. But I think for the price, it's a very, very good side. It's very well balanced. It's got everything you want. It's quite a meta side. You've got a lot of balanced kind of options, as I said, as well, with the different formations. So if you guys prefer the 4-1-2-1-2 second variation, for example, you can use that. You can also set all your different custom tactics to different formations, so you can swap in game depending on the scenario, depending on your opponent's side, depending on whether you're winning or losing. So there's a lot of options, which I really like about this team, and I think that's what makes it so good. So if you guys did enjoy, if you did, don't forget to leave a like on the video, subscribe if you're new around here. As I said already, let me know down below in the comment section what budget you would like to see for the next squad builder on my channel, and I'll see you guys later. Take care.